Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that his country's response to shock attacks by terror group Hamas will change the Middle East. So GB News viewers can see live pictures of the Gaza skyline there. The death toll on both sides is continuing to rise, and one can only imagine that it's going to increase significantly going forward. Latest figures suggest more than 560 Palestinians have been killed, whilst Israel Khan TV is reporting the death toll in Israel has surpassed 800. So, yes, indeed. There's no sign of anything abetting there, clearly, in Israel. And we are going to bring the latest as and when we get it. But our political editor, Christopher Hope, joins me now. Now, this is actually, whilst terrible, obviously, what's going on in the Middle East, quite interesting timing, because the Labour Party has had a very fruity record when it comes to the Palestine-Israel conflict.
That's right.
And now here we are at Labour Party conference with war in Israel. How are they reacting?
I'm pro-Palestinian demonstrator outside now.
Yeah.
Walk through a tunnel of these people with signs about Israel. It's quite tense outside, but not within the hall here. Although you do have people here with lanyards on for the Palestinian cause. It's not yet erupting in this conference. David Lammy, the Foreign Secretary, gave a really interesting statement today in his speech. He condemned the attacks on Israel and said Labour stands right alongside Israel's right to rescue hostages in self-defence and to back the peace process. The policy of the party is a two-state.
It's significant, that. It is.
It's nowhere where the party was as recently as 2019 when Jeremy Corbyn, of course, was leader. He's now an independent MP but a Labour member, and he came and spoke on the fringe of the conference yesterday.
No, indeed. It is fair to say that, how do I phrase this? The lunatic fringe are outside and not inside.
Yes.
There is an interesting feel.
If you want to be in government, that's the point.
Yes.
That's the point. This place, the cardigans have gone, Patrick. The suits are in here, right? It was cardigans, people like a slightly amateur hour, frankly, about being made a government. Well, the people who want to run this country after the Tories are right in place. Peter Mandelson on the front row of that speech earlier. The biggest speech today was for Rachel Reeves, Shadow Chancellor. Peter Mandelson right there, front and centre with the Shadow Cabinet.
Interesting development. You mentioned Rachel Reeves. We're just going to do a bit of a summarise of where we are today, basically. So David Lammy's come out massively in favour of Israel going and getting hostages back, so that is significant. It's fair to say, like I've said, it's quite a sedate atmosphere here, a bit of a buzz, but there's none of the kind of, well, I'll just say it, the Corbynista lunacy that there was a couple of years ago. It's not here now. And Rachel Reeves has been endorsed by the former Governor of the Bank of England.
That's right. Mark Carney, appointed by a Tory Chancellor. It's called a defection. For some people, and this literally is not that important compared to what's happening in Israel and Palestine, no question. But in politics, it is a big moment when Mark Carney gave a statement to the Labour Party saying it's beyond time to put her ideas into action. Beyond time. I mean, a lot of Tory MPs are saying, why on earth did we support Carney's becoming governor when he says this about a Labour Shadow Chancellor?
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable, really. Look, thank you very much. That's the general picture to kick us off here at Labour Party conference. The main story, obviously, is this horrific news coming out of the conflict in Israel. We put it to the Labour conference attendees because, look, let's be honest, Labour Party and its members have had a bit of a fruity track record when it comes to which side they're on and who they back in that particular fight. So I thought we would put it to Labour conference attendees. Do you stand with Israel? Here's what they said.
Israel has a right to exist as far as I see it. It has a right to exist. Its people have a right to exist. And I have a very close friend that's Jewish. So without any doubt in my mind, Israel should protect itself, has protected itself and should continue to do so.
I think it's important to look at it as, either way, lives are being lost and it's innocent people that are going to be hurt by this. And so when we look at this issue, we need to think of it as the human cost. But I think Hamas are the aggressors in this.
Yes, 100%. You look at what's happening there, and nobody should have to deal with that situation. And let's take it away from the big political agendas and take it back to the people who are having to deal with horrors that we can never even imagine.
Yes, it's really bad what's been happening. I've seen it on the news, all the deaths, and stand with Israel,
Any nation state has the right to defend itself. Israel has been invaded, it's come under attack from a terrorist organisation. Israel is doing what any country would do in any such circumstances. Israel has a right to exist. It has a right to defend its territory and, most importantly, defend its citizens.
I am a supporter of the Palestinian people's right to live free, to live without apartheid, and absolutely don't condone violence, but I see the current situation as being a natural outcome of decades of oppression of those people. And while I do not in any way endorse violent conflict, I think this is a situation that could be predicted, and I'd like to see both sides working together to reach a quick resolution here so that all people can live in peace, but certainly so the Palestinian people can live without apartheid.
Right, OK, so pretty much resounding support there. I'm joined now by the Labour MP for Stockport, Navendu Mishra. Thank you very much. Great to have you on the show. Now, look, obviously the main story at the moment is Israel-Palestine. That's what's happening. We do have a little bit of a clip, I think, anyway, from outside this conference centre where people have been protesting. Let's run the pictures and we can talk over it. Yeah, there we go. So, boycott Israeli apartheid. This is just outside where I am. This is Christopher Hope, our political editor's film. Lots of Palestinian flags there. Obviously, we all get the drill, don't we? So there's basically a pro-Palestine contingent out there. That's what that is. So, can I ask you then, Navendu, do you support that?
So, David Lammy, our Shadow Foreign Secretary, has issued a statement on the developing situation in Israel-Palestine. Keir Starmer has issued a statement as well. Obviously, this is outside the conference zone, and we have people from all sorts of various campaign groups campaigning. I know there's a big anti-Brexit contingent outside as well, and there's lots of campaign groups campaigning outside.
OK, all right. So do you stand with Israel?
Well, as I said, we're supporting the position that David Lammy has put out. He put out a statement yesterday. It is an ongoing situation. It would be unfair for me to make comments, and it's not in my brief either. So.
OK.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mr. Lammy is saying there clearly how they support the two-state solution, but they also support Israel's right to get back their hostages.
So I support David's position. The Labour Party has always supported international law. The UN resolution is quite clear on the two-state solution, but also we don't support civilians being taken hostages.
It's almost bewildering for you the way the party's changed on this matter. I mean, if this happened when Jeremy Corbyn was leader, you can imagine a different response. I mean, we saw that when he appeared on the Finch last night.
Well, I haven't seen the clip with Jeremy, but the Labour Party has always supported UN resolutions and international law, and in that spirit we support the two-state solution.
OK, all right. And so, I mean, do you condemn Hamas?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the violence is not acceptable. There needs to be a peaceful political solution to the situation. Violence is not going to resolve the issue.